It's New Year's Eve, and this is, inevitably, the Christmas and New Year Moan.
If you count the legal votes, I easily win. If you count the illegal votes, they can try to steal the election from us. We think there's going to be a lot of litigation because we have so much evidence, so much proof, and it's going to end up perhaps at the highest court in the land.
Hello, welcome to the Christmas and New Year Moan from the Citylife2050 channel. I'm Terry A. Abbott, and it's the last day of the year. It's New Year's Eve, and what a year it's been, 2020. Oy. How bad could 2020 be? How bad was it? Come on, it was terrible. Everything went to hell. So the main story of the year was COVID. Yes, COVID. COVID-19, coronavirus, what a pain in the ass. The UK had 2 lockdowns so far to try to restrain this virus and try to get it under control, and they have failed. I don't think you're going to really get a grip on this virus until the vaccines take hold properly. We have at least got them. The Pfizer vaccine is already going into the arms of people. The Moderna vaccine is going into the arms of people. And the AstraZeneca Oxford vaccine, well, that's coming along on January the 4th and will start going into the arms of people. Yay! We've got 1 million doses of the Oxford vaccine, so hopefully we'll get the population vaccinated and put to bed COVID-19 once and for all. Unless it mutates into something that the vaccine can't handle. Just don't let it get into the mink. China have also regulated their first vaccine. They've been vaccinating people for ages, but they've now regulated their first vaccine. And their vaccine is 79% effective. Which, you know, is standard practice for most vaccines. Now, the UK has a tiering system for dealing with COVID. There are no areas of the UK in tier 2. Okay, that's the high alert status. There's none there. Medium, there is one part of the UK that's medium. I believe it's the Scilly Isles. About 2,200 people or something like that, and it's down there, tier 1. Tier 3 is a lot of people, and tier 4 is the rest of the people, a lot of them. The whole, God, it's like a big swathe of the country. You look at it, it's like right down the country. All of London, the south east, goes up through the Midlands and then into the north of England. The only part of the north west that's not tier 4 is Liverpool, which is tier 3. Even Cumbria is tier 4. It's everywhere is tier 4. Lancashire's tier 4. We're tier 4 here. Yay! We've joined everybody else in hell. Yeah, Armageddon. Close all the stuff. Non-essential shops are shut. You can't go and get your hair cut now. All that's gone out the bloody window. I mean, hair's not too bad at the moment. It's still reasonable. Don't think I need it chopping yet, but yeah, I hope it doesn't last too long because my hair I'll end up looking like a bloody hippie. You know, you see me on previous moans, on previous things where my hair gets long and straggly, and I look like a scarecrow. But gee, good God. Yeah, roll all the vaccines, as I say. Be enjoyable when they're here because we can get this once and for all put to bed and not have to worry too much about things. The other thing in the UK, which is probably going to smack us in the nuts, is Brexit. At the start of the year, we left the European Union and went into a transition agreement while we negotiated a trade deal. So we're outside the European Union, negotiating a trade deal, while in a transition agreement, so that everything ran smoothly. That ends tonight. Tomorrow, we're out. completely. Get ready for delays. We've got a trade deal. And yesterday, Parliament voted for it. And it got voted through with a massive majority. It would do. Because it's better than the alternative. I mean, you had basically rock and a hard place. It's this or disaster and a no deal. The government are bumming their load about this, saying we got this trade deal, woohoo! And then you read between the lines, and this trade deal does not sound as particularly good and as wholesome as they try to make out. Well, it does allow for the free movement of goods. No tariffs on goods. Well, who does that benefit? Oh, the European Union. Yes, of course it does. Because the massive amount of stuff comes from the European Union into Britain. So, well, it's good for the EU. Now, the problem is that the UK economy is 80% service-based, and there's no, services aren't counted. Oh, great. In the service economy, that's where we benefit. Well, that's not there, so services aren't going to be in place. Financial services, not in place. Oh dear. Massive money-making area, the stock market and the London trading area, one of the world's premier financial centres, is now going to suddenly find itself firmly kicked in the crutch a few times. No wonder they didn't want it. A lot of movement will be to Paris and Frankfurt, I think, from London. So London will lose some of its prestige. It may even lose its place as the world's leading trading centre. Fishing? Well, they didn't get what they wanted, did they? They got basically given a good kick. Oh, and the European courts still have jurisdiction in cases. And we kicked ourselves out of Erasmus for students, and we kicked ourselves out of all the other great institutions that were very useful. No, we did not. We just basically whacked ourselves a few times with a big mason and bollocks and had done with it. Yay, that's great. Let's go that way. We got sovereignty, though. We had sovereignty before. We had sovereignty before and a fucking good trading deal. And a bloody good deal in Europe, actually. And we threw it all in the fucking bin. Because we were told that magic unicorns were just around the corner. And they weren't. So, from the disaster that is Europe to the disaster that is the United States of America. And the presidential election. And Donald J. Trump, 45th President of the United States of America, and an orange buffoon. Thank God he is a buffoon, because if he wasn't, you would probably be a fascist state by now. And, yes, fascist, as in Nazi Germany fascist. Donald Trump is playing the Nazi frigging playbook. He's at number 4 on it, He's had a go at the press, destroying the press. He's having a go now at basically saying that the election is fraudulent. The election is not fraudulent. The only fraud they've so far found is Republicans. 3 of them, who all had their mother voting for Donald Trump when their mother was dead. Yeah. And they found these guys. And it was quite easy to find these guys. But where are the others? Where are all these other fraudulent democratic frauds that you keep claiming exist? They aren't there. There was no fraud. It is in the mind of Donald Trump, and you're following your Messiah. Well, he's not the Messiah. He's just a very naughty boy. And the fact of the matter is, 81.2 million people voted for Joe Biden. 74 million voted for Donald Trump. 74 million Americans like fascism. Gee, can you believe it? Donald Trump lost. He lost the popular vote, as he did in 2016. But this time, he lost the Electoral College vote. And he's trying to overturn it in every way possible. I mean, they're going to try again and do something stupid in January the 6th. It's not going to work. And they're turning against Mike Pence now because Mike Pence will have to come along and say that Joe Biden is the next president. And they're turning against him because he's going to have to do that. He's got a fucking choice. He can't just turn around and go, Donald Trump is president. Fuck what he says there. Donald Trump's president. No, he can't do that. He's going to follow due course and he will say, Joe Biden is the next president of the United States in the Senate. And that'll be it. It's over. Donald, pack your things and fuck off. I mean, at the moment, Donald Trump is pardoning everybody he can. He'll probably be pardoning himself before long and pardoning his fucking family for all the crimes they've committed to, get them all safe and sound and then before he fucks off. He's not going to go to the inauguration of Biden because, he's a petulant twat and he doesn't want to go to Biden's inauguration. What a big fucking pisser. I mean, they said about him being a fucking baby. Yeah, he is. He's a big man baby. Fucking big orange fucking man baby. Anybody who follows this guy are assholes themselves. You've got to be. If you are deluded and think that this fraud exists and, President Trump is great and he's going to be the next president, you're a fucking idiot. You're either an idiot or you're a fucking straightforward fascist. And you like fascism. And you want authoritarian fascism in your country. You want the democracy of the United States to be torn apart and replaced with an authoritarian fascist regime. You know the only person who benefits from the United States of America ripping itself to pieces? He's sat in the Kremlin and he's laughing his fucking cock off. Yeah. Putin must love this. No wonder they helped Donald Trump become elected president. They probably knew what kind of a flawed, narcissistic asshole he was, and that in no way would he be able to take the fact that he was beaten. Not beaten by the better man, beaten because nobody fucking liked him. Biden's no saint, but he's a proper politician. He knows what he's doing, which is more than what can be said for Trump. Another year over with, another year done, and hopefully better next year. I sincerely hope you have a very happy new year. Stay safe this year. Stay in. Though, I've got to admit the TV is absolutely dire, but never mind. Just talk to your friends, have Zoom meetings, Zoom parties. I don't know, you can talk over the online to your family. I think we're doing that later on today. So, have a happy new year. See you all next time. Until then, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. See you all next year. Take care.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought